Race day is just taking everything you did in training and executing it properly. You know, the workouts, the nutrition, the hydration, and then the mental fortitude to push through. We know it's going to be hard. How can we struggle and maintain focus through the pain and the suffering? Again, harmony amongst chaos. That's what it takes to get there. I've never met a triathlete that did Ironman not talk about Kona, or at least the pursuit for it.
Quest for Kona is brought to you by Gatorade Endurance, formulated for farther.
My name is Marcus Fitz, and I am 33 from Washington, D.C. Man, background in sport. I've been pursuing athletics pretty much as soon as I could walk. I did track. My parents had me in swimming. That's one thing that my parents didn't know how to do. That was something that my mom really wanted us to get involved with. Pretty much all the mainstream sports, basketball, football, until college, until an injury. And I took upon swimming. So I swam in college, I ran track in college, and then afterwards, I just kind of got a little bit bored with running, and that's what brought me to triathlon. So I've been doing that since 2015.
After realizing his potential in the sport and love for the lifestyle, Marcus earned his coaching certification and created Grit USA, an endurance and multi-sport development program focusing on underrepresented athletes.
I call my team GRIT, and it stands for Grinding Relentlessly Improves Talent.
Furthering his efforts to make the sport more inclusive, Marcus also became an ambassador for Race for Change, an initiative of the Ironman Foundation designed to improve equity for athletes in the sport and in the communities where Ironman athletes train and race.
Race for Change has been something the sport has needed. Representation matters. We say it a million times, but what does it really mean? What does it look like? My world is telling a kid or telling a peer that it's possible. You can do it. The biggest barrier that we have to face is awareness, and Race for Change tackles that. The opportunity to work with the YMCA in Chattanooga, where the Ironman Foundation donated $10,000 to help at-risk youth and other members of the community that didn't know how to swim get proper swim lessons and swim trainings. That's another barrier that we're able to tackle. Doesn't matter race or gender, it's just something that I think every person should have the opportunity to be able to do.
After completing his first Ironman last year in Maryland, Marcus decided to set his sights on another Ironman finish line, this time with the goal of qualifying for the 2022 VinFast Ironman World Championship in Kailua Kona. He chose the iconic upstate New York destination race of athletic brewing Ironman Lake Placid for this qualifying attempt.
I'm still trying to process the hills and the scenery and the views and the vibes, and then knowing the kind of Olympic history that's here in the town.
Ironman Race Week, especially in Lake Placid, always carries a special buzz.
It's awesome to walk into any venue and just see, of course everybody's serious and they have their race and game faces on, but also when you see people that are just, you can tell that they're genuinely excited, and that's one of my experiences with the Ironman community is they're Ironman. They're yes, I'm here to race, I'm here to be competitive, I'm here to show people that I'm a badass, and I think there's something really cool and exciting about that. I think I'm experiencing the full spectrum of emotions. Overall, I'm excited, and I'm just gonna follow the training plan that my coach set up for me and execute that.
Marcus and nearly 2,300 other racers prepare for the long day ahead. Marcus is joined by some GRIT teammates who take some of the edge off the pre-race nerves.
I wish I did this at 25.
How you feeling this morning?
I feel good. Hey, Maria. I got probably the best sleep I had all week last night. I think the nerves will kick in once I put this wetsuit on. But so far, so good. I'm smiles right now. I'm gonna keep the smiles going until the end, hopefully.
Finally, it's nearly time for his 30 to 34 age group racers to enter the water for the 2.4-mile Roka swim in Mirror Lake. 185 competitors are vying for just 2 Kona slots.
You know it's going to be hard, but you have the support to get through.
And then his wave is set off and the race is underway. It doesn't take long for Marcus to realize why this swim course is an athlete favorite.
It's calm, it's not choppy. It was clear, you can see people in front of you. And the coolest thing about the swim is you can see the gaps opening up between people ahead of you. So it prevents like people trying to swim over people, but it's definitely the best swim I've ever had.
Marcus hits the beach in just over 1 hour, 5 minutes. He is 34th in his age group. As he makes his way to transition and preps for the ride, he knows he has plenty of time to gain positions. Next up is the 112-mile full-gas bike course, a stunning 2 loops through the heart of the Adirondacks.
You know what? So the hills were the easiest part. It was the false flats that was the hardest for me.
Marcus is ticking through the miles, averaging more than 19 miles per hour.
Coming back into town, you get a sense of, you know, wow, this is really dope. And I'm just really happy to get off this bike.
Marcus reaches transition 2 with a bike split of 5 hours, 43 minutes. He knows the hardest part of his day is just beginning. After dealing with muscle cramping the last 10 miles of the ride, he needs to make sure to stay on top of his nutrition and hydration.
Dude, that bike was tough, man. Hopefully the run is a little more graceful.
The 2-loop Hoka Marathon course heads through the spectator-lined Village Center, along a scenic out and back on Riverside Drive, and culminates with a finish at the Olympic Oval.
I went into the run a little too fast, a little too aggressive, and I pretty much started breaking down around mile 3. There was a lot of characters cheering, which made the experience a little bit better.
Marcus starts walking through the aid stations to make sure he's getting in the most amount of calories possible.
You know, coming around like mile 12, I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to finish. And it was that grit that really pushed through, and all the cheers and support from people, like, just keep going, like left foot, right foot, especially coming back to start the second loop. I guess the glimpse of the finish line and everything, I'm like, all right, I can do another loop. It may not be pretty, but I can do it. I mean, the mental piece is what gets you when it hurts to the end. I mean, it's so easy to give up, like so many points of especially the run, that I was like, this is it, like, I'm done.
Marcus hangs tough, completing the 26.2-mile run in 4 hours, 56 minutes, for a total race time of 11 hours, 56 minutes.
Those moments coming into the line where I'm just like, I wanted to, you know, tear up. I'm not much of a crier, but this one meant a lot, you know, for me, personally.
I guess we all chose this, huh?
He may not have achieved his Kona qualification, but today's performance reflects the grit that he set out to embody for his teammates, athletes, and community. And as a Race for Change ambassador, Marcus will have the opportunity to race the 2022 VinFast Ironman World Championship in October on an invitational entry.